Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Heartland Mamas. I'm Murray Briel.
And I'm Heidi Henry, and we're coming to you today from our studio in Marseilles, Illinois, at the edge of the Great Red Divide.
And while everyone is getting ready for the holidays and bustling with cheer, you may not be. And if so, today's show is for you, because as of our recording, it is officially Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us.
The holiday where it's not commercial, you air your grievances. Our poll is outside, so you don't get to see that.
Yeah, we don't have our aluminum
but
poll
we
in.
will be demonstrating feats of strength at the end. So join us as we tell you who in the heck we have grievances against, and should be fun. So Heidi, go ahead and start us off.
Well, you know my favorite. Donald J. Trump, I have a lot of problems with you.
Orange Caligula, Hair Fuhrer, every name you can imagine. You are the epitome of everything that is wrong with humanity rolled into a giant...
Sloth.
I was going to say turd.
Well, I like sloths.
Yeah.
Well,
here's
the one thing is, when I was teaching Sunday school, I used to teach about the 7 deadly sins.
Oh,
I did for 17 years. I never, ever, ever thought once I would see the 7 deadly sins rolled into one obnoxious SOB. But yet here we are, and he's the president. Now let me give you a few little tidbits.
Tell us some of the grievances beside his absolutely horrible moral character and lack of personality.
We'll start with the least worst. He's stolen $1.7 million of donations from his campaign to put in his own pocket. So if you're sending him money...
Campaign from a veteran that was supposed to go to veterans.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was
a whole other one.
Yeah.
We're talking at least 5 million.
Yep.
Been accused and convicted and had to make reparations this year alone, these last 11 and a half months,
but
for scamming charities.
But when you send him money, he's putting it right in his pocket. Right in his pocket.
But I guess on Facebook, it's kind of fun because there's 450 groups on Facebook promoting donate to Trump, and really it doesn't go to him.
Wait,
and
they've accumulated over $46 million that he will never get, and I think that's hilarious. The grifter is being grifted.
You get what you give. That's all I'm
Somebody
saying.
in Nigeria is getting rich,
That's fine with me.
So here's one of my huge problems with him this year. One of my huge problems is you've cut... A family of 5 is going to have $75 less of SNAP benefits this year. You're going to cut, of the $68 billion program, you're going to cut $75 from families. Now, at the same time, you spent, in the about 3 years you've been in office, $340 million of my dollars and your dollars and her dollars playing golf at your resorts. That's outrageous.
What? I think that was the total of 8 years for Obama and his entire families to do that. And that was less. Yeah, I know.
Well, and the year's not over yet.
Oh, I know.
The year's not over yet. But that's where we're at right now. Now, and at the same time, $340 million playing golf, we've had a 13% increase in poverty in 3 years. 13% in 3 years.
Job numbers are the lowest they've ever been. Unemployment is at the lowest it's ever been.
We have the highest number of people working 2 and 3 part-time jobs.
Those numbers aren't counted, are they?
No, they're not counted. And the other thing is that today, a woman died trying to nap between her four jobs that she has to keep herself together. She died. Just trying to rest up a little bit so she can go to her 4th job. And you're playing golf at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay,
shame on you.
So, I have a grievance with you, Herr Führer, and that is your emulation of the absolute worst traits of dictators and fascists, and
he loves a
strongman,
right-wing nutbags. They're his best buddies.
He believes them over his own
FBI
intelligence, FBI, those who are trying to help him. His mind is so twisted
Yes.
that it doesn't even make sense.
Well, I told you, bullies can only feel better about themselves when they're making somebody else miserable. That is the definition of being a bully. And if he meets other people who are like-minded, well, it's kismet. He loves it. He loves people who inflict pain, misery, and evil on other people.
Yeah, I guess sociopaths tend to
They stick together.
like each other.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So now here's two big promises he made when he ran for office. And if you are a Trump supporter and you're listening, I want you to listen carefully. He said he's going to build a wall between us and Mexico, and who's going to pay for it?
Oh, he's built lots of that wall, don't you know?
But
Eyes are
Mexico
rolling.
never paid for any of it and never will pay for any of it.
And he didn't actually build any of it. He's only acquired a very tiny portion of land so far to be able to build. And the locals are fighting it in different areas because he has to execute Manifest Destiny
Right.
in order to, or eminent domain.
Eminent domain,
Sorry,
yeah.
my bad.
Yeah.
In order to get the land that he needs. And the parts of the wall that you have seen are rebuilt sections that had already been approved under the Obama administration.
And
Lying. Facts and reality. This goes for every person, every politician, everyone who has the ability to form a complete sentence and speak it.
Yep.
For all of you out there, stop making shit up. Look at the entire thing before you decide that this is what really happened. Because we can turn anything and turn a reality out of something. It's all in how it's spun. So
Facts matter.
Please start thinking. Okay, that's a grievance.
Okay. Well, okay. So I was going to say his other thing was he was going to get rid of Obamacare, repeal and replace. Okay. And he hasn't been able, because he has got no plan.
He has some junk plans he's been able to
Well,
get through.
okay. But here's what happened just 5 days ago. In Texas, in the Fifth Circuit Court, Trump and the Department of Justice joined with the state of Texas, and they signed on to this lawsuit, which was approved by the Fifth District Court, that overturned the individual mandate. This takes away the last underpinning for ACA, and those of us with pre-existing conditions can kiss our health care coverage goodbye. Thank you, Donald Hassel Trump. Sorry, I tried to say asshole. I don't swear enough. But
she does. Don't let her fool you. I've heard the girl.
This whole election in 2018 was about health care. And now we're back at it again. And Democratic Party, if you guys can't get it straight when you do your debates, that it's not which little weird words on healthcare. It's the fact that we need healthcare, and we will get it under a Democratic president, and we will lose it under Donald Trump. So get your act together, quit fighting over wine caves, and I switched people to be mad at, and go after Trump.
Well, I did too. I said all leaders and, like reporters and pretend news people and regular people on the street.
Quit interviewing people, Republicans, as if they're telling the truth. Quit it. Because all of you that do news out there, we get the same information that you do. We would never give any credence to Jim Jordan,
but
to
on the
Devin
other side,
Nunes.
we would also never give any credence to someone who is making outlandish left wing.
Oh, yeah.
Craziness. We would not do
that.
to
That
either.
It would be irresponsible.
It would be very irresponsible.
But you guys line them up on the Sunday news shows like they're some type of credible information. And they're not.
And if you're going to have
Stop
them on,
it.
play it the way that entertainment news does. The Daily Show, Samantha Bee, John Oliver. Go that way with it. If you know they're full of crap, call them on it and make them look like a fool because...
Well, they'll call on idiot Democrats like Rahm Emanuel as if he's got an opinion that's
He's not even a Democrat.
No.
Oh, Rahm Emanuel's so horrible.
Well, and then him and Chris Christie are buddy-buddies, so they go everywhere together.
Oh,
those two idiots, don't give them airtime. And damn Chuck, what's his name? Chuck from...
Todd?
Oh, God, I hate Chuck Todd.
There's so many. So, all right, so we're calling out, we're airing our grievances against the media as well. Now we're going to move our grievances on to our legislative members of Congress. There are a whole bunch of folks in the House that we have some pretty good grievances with. Would you like to start, dear?
Jim Jordan.
Oh, Matt Gaetz.
Jim Jordan, wear a jacket. You're a congressman. You may be a shitty congressman, but you are a congressman. Act like you respect the job.
You know what? The jacket doesn't really offend me.
It's just
that is just, to me, I can't get past every time he opens his mouth.
Oh, God.
The things that come out of it are so inane and rabidly inane. Like, he can't even pretend to make a coherent argument. It's all just verbal diarrhea.
It is. It is.
Matt Gaetz is the same way.
Oh, my God. Matt Gaetz.
Mark Meadows.
Ugh.
Devin Nunes. Oh,
he's horrible.
Devin.
Well, and the thing is
I want to see Devin get investigated.
well, Devin Nunes was operating above his pay grade by a long shot. And, honey, you don't have the chops to grift with the big boys. You're going to go down in flames, and I hope you go to prison, and I hope you go to prison for a long, long time.
There's so many we'd like to see in prison. Shall we continue? Oh, Steve King. What a delight.
Iowa, you need to pack the bags of Steve King and Joni Ernst. You need to pack them up and ship them out. I think send them to Florida because they seem more like Florida people. I mean, they're really bad. Really bad. How did they ever get elected? I've been to Iowa. It's full of really great, intelligent people. Not those two.
Well, then let's move our attention a little bit more toward the Senate since you mentioned them. Okay. We, of course, have Leningrad Lindsay. We have Mitch the Bet.
Did you hear what Al Franken said about Lindsey Graham?
Ooh, no.
That they've got videotape of him shoplifting. I guess he's got sticky fingers.
Well, so does Sue Resin. I mean, she's a state senator running for Congress, so they all do.
That I wasn't aware of, and I ran against her, but I don't usually do dirt.
You found that out when you were running.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, that was okay. There's a couple things, and those are all public knowledge. But apparently, Lindsay has sticky fingers.
Lightfinger Lindsay.
And may have a life partner that we're not aware of.
Oh, we always knew Faint and Couch Lindsay had a partner. No.
Grasping his pearls.
Oh, yeah. So, Mitch the Bitch, who is letting hundreds of bills sit and
401.
die at the Senate floor, not even bringing them up for debate or discussion, doing absolutely nothing but ramming conservative right-wing justices onto every bench he can find, and the younger the better, the less qualified the better. He has changed the rules and twisted them for so long. Welcome Merrick Garland and the whole 9 yards. He has done, and then those rules then don't apply to him. And he is as horrible as Donald Trump is, as
Mitch McConnell is much more devious.
Mitch McConnell is absolutely the epitome of evil.
Of bad. He's a horrible human being.
He's a horrible human being. He is an egregious. He's not a senator. He is.
He's a power monger. That's
all. It's awful.
He's just interested in collecting power, and he doesn't care what his legacy is. And his legacy is going to be that he destroyed the federal judicial system. And there's been a lot of talk about all the impeachments of federal judges that may happen once the Senate changes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, we can't.
I don't know if we can even do that. I mean,
well, yeah, you can impeach a federal judge. Absolutely.
Not a Supreme Court justice, though.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Kavanaugh.
Oh, Kavanaugh's going down. Well, and the thing is that they are collecting evidence on Kavanaugh about other women that he's abused. So I can't wait till he goes down. Christine Blasey Ford deserves her day in court, and she deserves the win this time.
Moving from the Senate, and there's a bunch of them. We could throw in there our delightful AG, Bill Barr.
Listen, Bill Barr was the fixer for the Republican Party since the Reagan years. He's the guy that they went to figure out how to circumvent the law. Bill Barr is one of the most dangerous people on the planet right now because he will sell our country just to see if he can get around the rules. And the fact that he has continually advised the president and advised other staff members that they don't need to respond to subpoenas. I understand that there's a act in the work called the Trump Act, which is supposed to protect us from the overreaching.
Why, let's not name it after him.
Well, no, so he'll go down in history as the biggest grifter, and that we had to not only impeach, but we have to set up an act for to prevent this from ever happening again.
Wow.
We cannot have this level of corruption again at the top of our country. We can't go through it again. We cannot go through it again. And his batshit crazy followers, good God, do you guys listen to yourselves? Really? I mean, they're just crazy. They think that there's going to be a succession. If you haven't noticed, you don't ever hear Eric Trump talk. There's some very big concerns that there's not a whole lot there. I mean, there's not a lot there with Don Jr., but
Don Jr. is an idiot, but Eric is yeah.
Beavis and Butthead.
I don't think that the intelligence branches were real long on the family tree.
No, they weren't.
I'm going to say probably the dad, Fred, was the smartest of all of them, and it's only gone downhill from there.
It's terrible, but and I understand that Barron has got a host of problems, which is a shame because he's a young man, a young boy, but you guys don't want these people to be a kingship succession. Seriously, you don't.
Oh no, they do. The people that want it.
I know.
Always will. Speaking of, crazy people, we need to mention all of the jackasses, like,
oh, there's so many.
Oh my goodness, Sean Hannity, Lou Dobbs,
why Heidi doesn't watch cable TV.
Geraldo Rivera.
Oh, he's still looking to see if there's something in Al Capone's safe.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it was Al Capone's. Hey,
fault.
I gotta. My dad apparently knew
Judge Jeannie.
Oh, Jeannie Pirro.
She's gotta go.
How many layers of contour do you think she uses? I want to say her palette is like 15. I don't know how to do contour. I mean, I barely get this on, and it's not all that good, but...
But we're camera ready, Angie.
Yeah, Angie, if you're listening.
We're camera ready, baby.
At least a little bit. So, but we have to remember at this time of year that we have a lot to be thankful for. We can be thankful we're not in a nuclear war yet. But I think I think somebody needs to make sure that the football that Trump keeps losing in his suit jackets or apparently found under the bed, that it is given to somebody, maybe Nancy Pelosi, secretly, and he's not able to get the nuclear codes because that scares the hell out of me.
There are many things that scare us, but we wanted to give you a little bit of our grievances for the world and what's going on around us, and some of our grievances for the people out there. And
now, I do want to say something, though. One good
ready
thing.
for our feats of strength.
Oh, do we have to do that? Okay, but I want to say one good thing that happened through our Congress, our dysfunctional Congress, is my dad was a World War II Merchant Marine. Mm-hmm. And the Merchant Marine did not get the GI Bill, even though 28% of their people never came home from World War II. March 24th, he gets a Congressional Gold Medal for his service.
Oh,
that's
amazing.
From his ship, there's only 2 guys left, the USS Livermore. She was the last ship hit by a kamikaze pilot in World War II. It's him and one of the gunnery guys that are left. One's 93, my dad's 97, almost 98, and in very poor health right now. And they're hoping to get these guys healthy enough to go to Washington, D.C. to get the gold medal.
That's so incredibly cool.
I mean, there's no GI Bill and all that stuff is gone, but it would make a little old man happy. And our Congress somehow got that bill passed.
Hey, way to go, guys!
So anyway, I think that we've aired a lot of our grievances.
So remember, when you're listening to this, you can be PO'd at stuff too. It's a great chance to get it out, spit it out, and then enjoy your holiday season.
Right.
I personal people who don't know how to drive, who drive in the fast lane going 65 on Route 80 because you think you have to go around a truck that you're going the same speed as.
She was probably behind me.
Taking my towels in the bathroom. Not cleaning up after yourself. I had to throw some personal grievances in there, too.
Oh, I just don't hate it when I come out to the barn and nobody swept after they were done. So I have a boarding stable and people come out and make a mess in the barn, and that's the first thing I see in the morning.
I live with people who make a mess and don't clean up after themselves. Totally.
Because your kids are younger.
They're old enough. They're not little anymore.
Mine are
trust
grown-ups.
me.
One doesn't live here.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Chinese New Year, everything that you might celebrate over the next few weeks.
I saw the coolest thing on the road today. I saw a car with a top on it that was shaped like a menorah, and I was wondering if they could light it up one candle at a time, or if it's just the whole thing.
That is
like,
really
It's like those
cool.
plastic blow-up Santas, but it was a menorah, and they're driving down 80, but they were going way faster
That
than
is
me.
really
I know. I
cool.
thought that was awesome. So anyway, but it amuses me. So
So have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to talking to you next time.
take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.